Time for a soccer down here 2v1. It's an odd man rush this time around, and we are pleased to report new news out of the NPSL, and it is the addition of another franchise out of Fresno, California. California Odyssey is now going to be a part of everything NPSL. Hanging out with us is GM Chris Wilson, head coach David Santesteban. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us for an odd man rush.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Good morning. Thank you, John.
All right, so I have a number in my head between 1 and 20, and we're going to play Price is Right rules here. All right, so Chris, since you are in the front office, I will let you go first. Pick a number between 1 and 20.
7.
Coach?
10.
Coach was closer, and since it was Price is Right rules, Coach gets the option to either answer questions first. The number was 11, by the way. So you can either answer questions first, or you can defer and have Chris answer the questions first. Your choice.
We'll give it to the youth.
All right. So Chris will answer questions first here. First question, obviously, a lot of folks in the NPSL are new to Cal Odyssey. Break down 20 years for me in, a minute or so. What's it been like to see this thing grow to where it is now?
I mean, the Valley itself is just a hotbed of talent. The California Odyssey started back in 2002 and has had, 20 years of tremendous growth and success, including national champions, national team players. Players depart and go to D1 colleges, to go to Europe to play. And it's just, our goal is to build champions for life. And so the goal of the organization as a whole is to develop young people into tremendous adults and contributors into society through the game of soccer. And I think we've done a tremendous job of that over the last 20 years. And now it's incredible to get the opportunity to kind of cap off the top of that pyramid and to have, an amateur team, a U23 side that can compete, into the college years of many of our youth players, and even maybe bring back some of the guys who have played professionally, or they can help guide the next generation. So it's been a great 20 years, and we're looking forward to the next 20.
Coach, for those that don't know the footprint and what the Central Valley has when it comes to soccer in and of itself, I know some folks may know Central Valley Fuego and what they do in USL League One as their kind of their touchstone for Fresno and the Central Valley there in California. Break down for me the talent pool and what it's been like to see the sport grow there in the Fresno area from your experience.
Well, when you think about, going back to, the 80s, 90s, Fresno State University, men's soccer is one of the top in the country. I had the privilege of playing for them. Held records, attendance records of like 12, 13,000 for regular college season games. First years of the MLS, Fresno State, I think, produced 4 or 5 guys to the MLS. Then as Fresno State, unfortunately, through some Title IX stuff, kind of went by the wayside. That's when Fuego kind of popped up. We've had Odyssey went to the Academy, USDA. They were finalists 2 years running. We had guys like William Bijev come out of Odyssey, ended up in Liverpool. He's been around the league, a couple of different leagues now, and he's back with Fresno Fuego. Nathan Smith, another national team player, was at the residency, then Galaxy, and now he's also waning in his career back with the Fresno Fuego. So who knows? Even when those guys retire, that's an opportunity for them to come with us, come back to the club, so to speak. But Fresno is one city in this greater San Joaquin Valley, and we're talking very agricultural area, a lot of Hispanic players that get overlooked. It's a gold mine, and so we're hoping to tap that and just kind of spread that vision that we have throughout the valley and attract players.
So, Chris, what was it about the NPSL that attracted you to add this league to the dossier and the resume of California Odyssey? What set the NPSL apart from any other quests that there might have been out there?
I think we were looking for, the most professional experience possible. Our goal is to really take these players, some younger players, some collegiate age players, and some players after that, and give them as close to a professional experience as possible. I mean, our goal is to move these guys on even from this side and give them opportunities to maybe go from JUCO to a D1 situation, or guys that are D1, get them into a professional camp. So we thought that the footprint of the NPSL, the professionalism of the NPSL, and the quality of the teams that we'll be competing against was the best that we could do.
So, Coach,
and we feel that way. Yep.
So, Coach, let me ask you this: when it comes to the growth of the talent in the area, what's it been like to see the game grow and change to where it is now, and the talent continue to grow and evolve to where Cal Odyssey has it now?
Yeah, it's been tremendous, and that's one of the things. I guess I actually was the DOC of the club from 16 to 18, and after being away for many years coaching college, recruited much talent from the Fresno area, has seen it grow. Knew Fuego had been in the town, and I even sent players from my college team in Texas to play for the Fuego, etc. And what you see now is, although there's because of the growth, I saw this as an opportunity. There is an area here, a developmental area where even though we're a town of maybe 1 million, there's definitely that area for the NPSL outfit to, one, like Chris said, cap off our developmental pyramid, number one, and number two, still provide another team for such great talent. And the NPSL provides that at a high professional level, although amateur. So it's great for college kids, and also the Open Cup bids. Those are huge. So the ability to get back in the Open Cup and do that, I had that privilege when I was in college and a little bit after, and went pretty far in some of those in that event. And so, excited for this opportunity for Odyssey.
And Chris, you look at how the league, meaning the NPSL, has expanded the way that it has. Its geographic footprints are all over the place now, and now California Odyssey helps out expansion in the West, giving it a foothold there in the Valley, an area that was kind of lacking because you had Southern California, you had the 213, the 714, you had the 619, you had the area up by San Francisco and Northern California with the Bay Area division. Right here, it looks like you get to be the spoke in the wheel a little bit when it comes to the state of California and the NPSL franchises.
Yeah, I mean, Fresno is kind of a great connector between, Northern and Southern California. You see a lot of collegiate athletes go in both directions from Fresno. And so I think it's good to be able to bring the talent home and have them play here, and even recruit, some players that may be from the Bay Area or LA to come up here. But I think in terms of expansion, Fresno is a great market because it's the proximity is so close to markets like Vegas, LA, San Francisco, Sacramento, San Diego. So it's just an area that is probably doesn't have enough teams based around here. I mean, we have some great cities in the Valley, Merced, Madera, Visalia, Bakersfield, that all have tons of talent and are capable of housing teams. So we're going to be glad to be able to bring all of those that bring the region together and compete in this league.
Now, I know you're getting to play at Madera South for the matches here in season one, and that'll be kind of a cool to add to that footprint. Coach, let me ask you this. When it comes to the response that you have gotten, has your phone blown up? Have there been DMs? As the kids say these days, have your DMs blown up? What's it like on the gram? All these kinds of things. What's the response been like? Who's been banging on your door? What's the most obscure place that you've gotten a text or a phone call from since the announcement was made?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten them exactly. I have been blown up. I mean, friends in my network have been just nothing but kudos, positive talk. The one that the types of calls that I got and the DMs I've got, I knew they would come, but I didn't think how fast. I've already gotten within Northern California and Southern California, probably gotten half a dozen, hits from college coaches, former colleagues of mine that are already, knew my college coaching career, knew what I was capable of, and they want to set players. They're already like, hey, save me spots. I want to send players. We want them training with you in the summer, that kind of thing. And so that was humbling, but nice that they know that what we're capable of, and it's like Chris said, it's a close proximity to so many universities for the summertime. So it's great.
Chris Wilson, the GM, and David Santesteban, head coach, Cal Odyssey, new franchise in the NPSL, hanging out with us for an odd man rush of soccer down here 2v1. Chris, when it comes to the to-do list, and we all know that when we're doing things, that to-do list is somewhere. It could be in our phone. We pull the stylus out from the bottom. We sit there, we write something down on a pad document, jam the stylus back in, put the phone down. It could be a notebook. It could be on the notepad, the magnetized notepad on the fridge where, 3:00 in the morning, you're grabbing that glass of water and, oh, I have an idea. You write it down so you don't forget it. You pile it away. Or it's on one of those big dry erase boards that's either off to your left or your right in your office. Where is your to-do list? And what do you think the next thing that you can cross off is, considering that 2023 season is going to be here and the planning for it to be here is going to come sooner than a lot of folks think? So let's think, 2023 summer. Yeah, no, it's coming up pretty soon. Where is that to-do list, and what do you think you can check off next?
Right next to me. I hold it basically close to my side at all times because I'll forget. There's a lot of things to get done. I think when you look forward to an inaugural season, I think you really start thinking about, what are some of your goals? And one of our biggest goals is to provide just a really high quality experience for our players, and make sure that, they're taken care of, that they feel like they have good training sessions, that they feel like they play in a good location, that wherever they're staying is safe. So I think the first thing comes first is just being prepared to receive the athletes and really providing them with a high quality experience, because if they feel really good about what they're doing, I think that performance translates over onto the pitch. And secondly, it's providing a quality fan experience to the guests that are going to show up to our matches, because at the end of the day, soccer at a pro level or even an amateur level, you really start getting into what it becomes for the clients attending your matches. And being able to provide a high quality entertainment experience is something important to us too. So playing at Madera South High School, it's a beautiful stadium, an amazing pitch, high quality sound and boards and all that kind of stuff. And so, we're excited to get that off and running.
So, Coach, I know that in addition to the game day experience that Chris is talking about, I know that you want a specific kind of individual, not a specific kind of player. I know that we'll get into your philosophy here as a part of this as well, but I know that you're looking for that specific kind of individual that can represent Cal Odyssey the right way in this league. When it comes to your philosophy on the pitch and off, what kind of individual are you looking for?
First and foremost, you got to have discipline. If you're a club player, and again, this team's going to be our quote first team for this club, so they need to be mindful that they have young eyes on them, that they're going to be the example, that they are going to be the cream of the crop within our club. And obviously we'll be having kids that didn't play in our club, whether they come from different colleges as such, but that'll be the example of what they get to aspire to. So first and foremost, that discipline, the character, they must have character, those values, looking out for others, that kind of thing. And so, but if they want to continue on that path to professionalism, discipline is the first and foremost. Respect for all things, whether it's themselves, their training level. You get to a point in your coach or in your playing where you're not really playing for a coach. You have to know how to play for yourself. You have to know how to play for the team. The respect of what it takes to be a professional, whether it's in the competition or in just your own preparation mindset. It's not just turn it on for the game, turn it on for practice. It's 24/7. So it's having players with that mindset that it's 24/7, looking to develop, every day getting better. And the days that you don't, what can you get out of it? What can you put in to still get fitness out of it, whatever it might be? Because, not every day is perfect. As we know by Spain yesterday. Dang it. A whole nother thing. But anyways, it's a process. So we're looking at kids and that want to get better and that want to continue to improve and grow. And then if there's older kids, guys who have been through the cycle and are on the waning ends, that we can have some veterans that have been with the club and then come back and then can also be those mentors, et cetera. And then we're also looking to bring those older kids back to start to mentor them in the coaching and put them into coaching within our club, because coaching development is another part. So this team will be serving also as a guide for, on the playing end, but also as a mentorship opportunity and development for our coaching and coaching staff within the club. So we're going back down to the youth and bringing them back up, hopefully with kids who've all played at the first team.
And try and find somebody like Bono in net who saves about 1 out of every 3 of his PKs.
Golly. Jiminy Christmas.
You went down that rabbit hole, Coach. I had to follow it up.
I know.
So, Chris, I mean, we talk about on the field. What about the individuals that you might be looking for to help you out in the behind the scenes and operations, the kinds of individuals that can help carry the idea of Cal Odyssey onto this game day experience? What kind of folks are you looking for there?
Yeah, I mean, this is it's an incredible opportunity. I mean, I came up my first job in professional sports, and I've spent the last 12 years working in sports. I was with Fresno Fuego, and I was an intern, college student at Fresno State, and had the opportunity to chuck around setting up field boards and laying down chalk and, all that good stuff. And I think that in our quest to build champions for life at Odyssey, we want to begin to really keep that cyclical and have our athletes become part of the first team, and from the first team become part of coaching camps and clinics. And so our goal is to really try to bring up some of our youth on not only on the pitch, but off the pitch, because for people like me, I wasn't at the level that Dave was playing at, and didn't get the opportunity to play at a really high level, but I still wanted to be involved in the game. And I was able to achieve that by going through the front office route. So I think for a lot of young players and people who love sport, they know they want to stay involved in it. They know they want to be part of it, but they don't really know what the pathway to get there is. So places like the NPSL, where you can do internship work, where you can do part-time work while you're kind of coming up, going through college, is a great experience into one day being cast into the professional realm. So I think we're looking for a lot of our athletes to step up and take part and become part of the front office of this side and really start their careers there.
Cal Odyssey, new member of the NPSL based out of Fresno, California, playing at Madera South High School, coming up for the season. All right, Chris, time for the promo for those that want to keep an eye on everything going on with Cal Odyssey, because we know the 2023 season's coming up real soon. How do they do it?
Yeah, just California Odyssey Soccer Club. Search it on Google. You can find our website, all of our social media accounts. We'll post everything there. We'll have announcements about tryouts coming up soon and where people can register for those. And then also just keeping track of any of the new news of that's coming up with the club. And obviously early in next year, we'll announce our schedule and people can start buying tickets and preparing for the season.
Well, if you want to break news, you could do that right now if you want. Any news that needs to be broken, you can break it right here.
Don't have any just yet, but be on the lookout.
Chris Wilson, the GM, and David Santesteban, head coach, Cal Odyssey, being added to the NPSL. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us for an odd man rush here at Soccer Down Here. We'll be keeping an eye on things, and good luck, and we'll follow your progress.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. All the best.